Avonix isn't that smart anyway. There's somewhere I can tie the rope.
There's no crenellations.
Hmm.
So you would have some serious difficulties actually finding anything to tie it on.
Not outwards either?
Throw it down, bind
Nope.
yourself, and jump down on the other side.
I can't create a counterweight for you guys. I'm heavy, but not that heavy.
Open the door to access. Be quiet.
Just creeps over, opens the door.
Be stealthy about it.
1 second. As Avonix moves, you do hear the noise of something, and then you see lights.
Sorry, this is not... my own vision bubble isn't even moving, which is like, oh...
No, it's not.
Did not... Okay, so suddenly light just appeared. In darkness.
I should have revealed.
Yeah, it's revealed now.
Okay.
So describe what I'm seeing.
You see a guard who is now activated, lit a torch, and seems to be kind of peering in your direction, moving slowly forwards.
Is there any clear, like, thing in the tower here, like, any way down, or...?
There, you do not spot any way down.
Okay, there is a crenellation, however.
There are crenellations.
Okay. Right. He's approaching.
And you down here want to open the door, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make that quietly, I would require another stealth check. For the one opening the door.
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll stealth.
You manage to open the door quietly, without a sound. But what you see, I'll move you inside of here to reveal, is rather disappointing, as all you find is a dusty room with nothing in it. No windows, no stairs, no nothing really. Looking at the dust of the floor, it seems like it has never been used.
Peeks his head out again. There's nothing inside, no way up.
As...
We must have the rope.
So for the guard here,
Yeah?
like, how tall is the railing on this side?
It's like 3 feet.
I was considering if I could throw him over the railing, maybe try knocking him over the railing.
It's like half a human high.
Would you think it'd be possible or not possible to throw him over the railing then?
I mean, if you suggest a roll that would be appropriate, then I can think about something.
I mean, a roll that'd be appropriate.
A bull rush maneuver?
I suppose a bull rush maneuver would be appropriate.
Well, you can try one, but you would have to get into his vision.
If I do it as a charge, so all at once. Because you can charge and do combat maneuvers.
You would take a couple seconds to actually get to him, though, which is worth considering.
I mean, he's about to see me anyway, so...
So you want to
I
charge?
have a feeling we should sneak into this room and wait there.
Alright, you charge. Make me
Safer.
a bull rush maneuver then.
Yes.
You do get the
charge-
+2 bonus from charging.
Yes, I will roll this manually because I don't trust the CMD button because I don't know how.
We could.
That is enough.
I want to throw him
Flies over with a scream and then, lands on the ground with a painful thump. He is certainly out, but it was rather loud.
Also, the tower is burning.
The tower is also burning, that is very true.
Was it a Wilhelm scream, by the way?
Yes.
Very well, Avonix will now quickly move over to here outside of line of sight and start tying a rope.
Okay, you can certainly do that. Yeah, the smoke coming out of the tower now is clearly visible. The dawn also probably approaching slightly earlier than you would have anticipated, but it's certainly doing a beautiful job at illuminating the smoke coming up, and there are certainly some voices slowly being raised.
Hey, is that fire?
Core blimey!
So suddenly it's down in front of the door.
You can certainly put a rope there.
I believe that a fire there is.
I'll climb up the rope.
Let's climb.
We'll get up the rope.
Climb.
Yeah, climb check, even though it's not a hard one. Although if you take 10, if you take your time, you can certainly get up there easily.
I mean, it's being
Alright,
not
yeah, I can take a little bit of time.
Climb!
Get up.
Okay, you can all get up. And getting down will be equally as easy.
You have to get
You
up
have to
to get
flip
down.
the road the other side. Rope at the other side. And
tied to the same point anyway.
Yeah, let me climb down the other side.
Certainly do that.
take your time to do it. Don't rush.
I will put you all in the same spot and tell you that once you climb down, you have technically escaped.
We out!
Or we glided down. Either way will work.
As we rush away,
See you so
hysterically
long,
giggling.
fat lizard. Baboons.
Having gotten past the outer wall, you are now, well, free for all intents and purposes even.
Now,
You've
run.
made quite a ruckus, setting the upper levels of the tower on fire, which can be seen a rather significant distance. And the voices that have been slowly increasing in volume are now basically shouting and rather, well, not quite panicked, but it's certainly not a noise that it's a noise fitting to a fire. Let's put it that way. I
Should have
will
locked the door in there.
I will move you to a different
should've.
map, allowing you to make your choice where to go next.
So I believe Ironic did well for this.
Yes.
I will ask you to go back to the overview Varisia map. I will put your tokens into the ocean and reveal a nice kind of tactical map for you.
Tactical map.
I mean, you are certainly around. Let's see, is this actually showing what it's supposed to be showing? Yeah, kind of, alright.
There.
There are some symbols here. The symbols for the towns that you could have kind of made out when looking out of the tower are invisible for some reason. Fix that. There we go. That is an approximate representation of your surroundings, although you could probably also make up some lights coming from these places over here. The question then would be where to go next. You assume that the place where Vincent has said your meeting would take place is somewhere around here, some miles north. And making out north with the dawn just approaching from the east is easy enough.
Wow.
You've also seen from the top of the tower the rather large cliff face of what at least Aina'vox would recognize as the Storval Rise. And of course to the west there is the Ashwood. The question then is where do
Can
you
we
go
between
next?
us assume that we know what the text says here?
Everything that the text says here it's probably slightly metagamey, but it's no information that you, well, yes. Let's put it that way. Most things are easy enough to just make out from a distance. And the big places even you would have heard of at some point.
Aha.
Oh, bird.
Well, Kayaks, even though he longs for the sea, would certainly suggest we go, towards the forest. That might be the hardest place for us to be found. If the others think that they are capable of finding food in such a place. You would not like to have escaped only to starve.
That easy.
Besides, there is a meeting we should decide if we want to go to or not. Fleeing from a wizard-like person. I mean, we were all caught once.
Tyraxos sniffs and then nods and says, "Yes, and I am not inclined to let that happen again. I have had my fill of cages, whips, and pathetic humans thinking they can enforce their will upon me."
I suggest we go to this meeting. Whoever clearly let us go this far, and certainly might be worthwhile to go and see if they want to keep us further out the hands of their competitor.
Directs us.
Are you sure you can trust the smoothskins?
No.
No, we cannot, of course not.
But it is true that if he wanted us taken out, he could have done that. In a sack, unconscious and bound.
It might be worth seeing what this woman has to suggest at the meeting. If she has some way of protecting us from the wizards' further probings or searches, it might be worth it to consider it at least. Whatever other indiscretions she might put us through. Imprisonment is death.
Kayak shudders at the thoughts of the probings with it.
Very well. To the forest. I'm sure we can find a cave of a bear or wolf or something to hide in.
If you go north, there is the rise, the cliffside where we could find a cave or something similar. It should be close enough.
That sounds like a good idea to me. A good cave to hide in, yes. We can hunt in the forest, and the cliffs will have a good vantage point for where we can peer out in the surroundings, see if anything approaches us.
Would Aina'vox be able to find her home?
You would realize that you are not quite on the right side to get to your home. You would have to travel through the middle of the ash wood. And you are very much aware that that is a very, very bad idea.
Oh, okay.
We want to find a place that's big enough only for us to be in.
Agreed.
I'm sure there are many ugly things in the forest.
I vote for the Stubble Rise for the hiding place. We hunt at the forest edges, and then we bide our time until the meeting.
We need to find some sort of water as well. I suppose we can just scurry towards the forest, then perhaps follow its edge towards the rise.
It is quite the distance to actually get to the forest over, well, open fields really. There's the odd tree, the odd bush, but getting to the forest proper is at least a day's march.
We are keeping a high pace here, wanting to put as much distance as possible between ourselves and the wizard
At least
tower.
we killed the dogs.
We did. And we killed the Beastmaster. And
They
the
were
tower's on
delicious.
fire. I think it will take some time before they notice us, actually.
So, making as much speed as possible, that means you want to basically hustle. Which would, I'm just looking up the rules for that, 1 hour would get you 3 miles. Meaning that to get to the forest edge, that would be, well, 10 hours of hustling. If you
How
do want to
fast
do
if you
that,
just move normally?
if you move normally, it would take twice that amount.
I'd probably rather do that then. No reason to exhaust ourselves just getting to the forest. If we get attacked by something, I want to be able to
Sure. And we need to
defend
keep moving.
ourselves. Yeah.
So you're just going to move north at normal speed and don't bother, making sure that nobody can follow you.
I mean, I don't even know how we would make sure that. We could maybe I can figure something out. Maybe I know that we can march in a line, and then have the one at the last of the line have like a tree stump or something tied to him, so it destroys the tracks.
I don't think they're gonna be. We're not heavy enough to leave heavy tracks in the grasslands.
Oh, we march in a line at least.
It is an autumn morning. The grass is rather, well, wet from dew and whatnot, and it does look like a ever so slight rain is coming up. Probably not enough to hide footprints, probably enough to make the ground rather wet. Even a creature as small and light as you would leave footprints. But if you want to just accept that and walk away, that is certainly a possibility.
What check would it be to try and...
Hiding your tracks would be a survival check. You would also have to move at half speed.
I do have survival.
How about not yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards the
For them
forest.
to know that we've got into the forest, I mean, that's probably their guess anyway.
There's a lot of white noise in the background.
That's rain outside. I'll close my balcony doors.
It's fitting after you just said there's gonna be light rain coming. Sound
It
effects.
sounds like rainbow.
It's sound effects, people.
Okay, back.
What the?
What's happening? Hello?
Yeah.
I left and came back, and then everyone disappeared.
No,
It's just
we're
the-
here.
Okay.
So if we, I don't know, moving at half speed seems very dangerous.
Make it to the forest. Once you're at the forest, let the tracks go in for a little bit, then hide your tracks and leave.
Yeah,
To make it directed that maybe we're looking going in this way, and then we're actually going this way.
exactly.
That is your plan then. Then it is certainly something you can do. So normal speed to the forest, and then into the forest to kind of lead anyone who would be following you astray.
Yes.
And then begin hiding tracks. Basically, buy us some time.
I can do a survival check. I have a point in it.
I have survival check as well.
I don't.
Maybe I can hide all of us. If we march in a line, maybe I can.
The white is not too used to dealing
Or you
with.
can assist me, I guess.
I
I don't know how
have.
much.
Yeah, regardless
I
of
have
how you want to hide your track,
6.
it is going to make you move slower unless you are willing to accept a -10 on your survival.
No.
Then you can move at full speed.
Alright, Aina'vox, you hide the tracks, I'll assist.
Two of you at the back.
Yep.
First, we have to make it to the forest, but you know.
Sweeping the tracks behind us.
Ugh,
That's
that's
a
a
one.
1.
See if I can do better. I can do better.
Well, you did say you would assist.
I did.
So that would be a result of 9. If you want to move at full speed, that would be a -1.
What?
I mean, well, we're not planning on moving at full speed once we leave the forest, so I guess
Okay, so you want to hide your tracks after you get to the forest.
yes.
Yes.
All right.
It was leave the forest and then hide our track, basically luring them into the forest and then pretending we're pretending to go into the forest. Also, I'm going to try and aid this because this is going horribly bad. No
That
bonus.
would be a
Subtract 2
-3
more.
then. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will keep that
Oh.
result in mind. Since metagame, your characters don't know how badly they have done. Although with this kind of check, I would even say that you realize that you made things worse.
Worse.
So if you, I mean, we aren't at the forest yet. Let's get to that a bit later because it is quite the trek. It is a rather large distance. It's basically an entire day's worth of walking, meaning
Aren't
that
you happy we ate well now?
even after, or at least after about, you would guess, an hour or so walking, the dawn finally arrives, light flooding the entire plain here. And you do kind of realize at hour 2 and 3 that one meal is not going to make up for an entire, probably week's worth of lost nutrients. I would like to know how you are planning on finding more food.
Hunting small animals.
Let's go hunt.
Rabbits,
Squirrels.
badgers, etc.
Eating the
etc.
small animals that the others hunt.
You can decide
I
to
tried not
stop
to
your
make a
track.
mess of myself.
You can decide to stop your track for a bit, look for like rabbit holes and whatnot, see what you can find. Or you could try to just power on.
No. Food.
Food. Alright, that would then be another
Quite a-
survival check.
A little bit of a maybe a. All right then.
Technically, that by rules there's enough food for everyone, but
Yeah, the 15, then another person for each 2 over, right?
I thought it was 10 plus 2 plus 1 for each 2 people. But either way, it's that same that either one of those would actually still get enough food for all 4.
I mean, with those rolls, yes, I would argue that it's not too difficult to find the animals that are just now waking up at dawn, crawling out of their holes, And you can rely on your instincts well enough to surprise
Aina'vox has
those.
done it before.
Aina'vox has certainly done it before. Even
Just takes like a crop of grain and like pushes that down.
Well, that's
Yes.
only if they can't find any food, then they eat trees.
Tyraxus eat some sand he found.
Sand. I wouldn't quite count it as nutrients, but if you want to eat sand, you certainly can.
It is nutrients. It has minerals in it. That's all I need.
Alright, lots of iron and stuff.
It gets my lightning going.
I just can't imagine Aina'vox catching squirrels and then have them on her back when she comes back. She's like, look at this.
Gygax will swallow the mice that people catch and whatnot.
Yeah, Tyraxus comes back with like 2 rabbits or something.
One rabbit.
He throws one over to Arvolnix, nods to him, and then like gobbles into his own.
Eats the rabbit in almost, only a few bites.
Yep.
Oh, so nothing for the Brine dragon.
You brought something, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can have a squirrel.
Alright, swallow a squirrel.
It is certainly the kind of meal that will get you to the Ashwood without any troubles. Although there's still this just like hole in your stomach of weeks worth of lost food, but you'll survive for now. No problem.
We need hunting season.
Yeah. Hunting, however, has taken quite some time, at least an hour. You aren't entirely sure how long since you don't have watches or clocks, but the sun has certainly risen to the point where you can't really call it dawn anymore. And you think that you have at least 2/3 of the way still left to go.
Well, we press on.
Yeah.
Press on.
Happily
Stay away from
digesting-
roads and trails.
Yeah, and we keep in the high grass.
Yeah, up here, it's not really high grass. It's like medium size, just going to your bellies, basically tickling you. It's like rolling hills, the occasional tree, the occasional bush. A few cracks to potentially use as hiding places, but hiding isn't going to get you where you want to go. On the other hand, at least another 2 hours later, halfway through the trek, you do very faintly feel the earth vibrating behind you. I would like perception checks.
Is the giant scorpion found us?
Oh no! It has been hunting us.
There's nothing there.
No, you don't even see us.
Well, even Rochaex realizes that something is happening because the ground doesn't usually just start vibrating unless it's an earthquake, and that seems very unlikely, unless you're really unlucky. But Aina'vox is pretty sure that she does see approaching riders at the horizon. They are not quite in sight range yet. You can spot them, but you think that the grass is just enough to hide you, but they will reach you within minutes.
What direction?
From the south, from where you came from.
Couldn't realize.
How many?
Aina'vox would think 6.
6?
Can we
fight-
like?
No.
Can we like hide in the tall grass and try not to hurt we don't notice?
That would require a stealth check. I would be willing to give you a bonus if you give me a really good description.
I will
try it,
add
guys?
for a fact that Aina'vox is green.
Do you want to try this, guys? Or
The option is either to outrun them, which I don't think we can,
Not on a horse.
fight or hide?
or we need to hide, or we need to fight. Fighting is the last resort, because 6 of them, that is real tough.
So
You
hiding
turn
grass.
some people invisible.
We do have potion of invisibility. It's true.
I would like one of those. I'm not very good at hiding.
If it comes to fight, I'm probably gonna take the mage armor
I-
potion.
Yeah,
I have
took mage
nothing
armor.
in stealth.
Neither do I. So
Then we might as well just drink the potions and then assault them.
Like an ambush, basically.
Yeah.
hopefully the horses aren't also combat trained. Or that's 12 enemies.
I hope they're not war horses.
So you want to set up an ambush.
Does the horses look trained or strong?
They look like riding horses. How would you... if you can describe me how Aina'vox would be able to tell if a horse is combat trained or not.
Not
I
combat
might give you-
trained, just in physique, how healthy, or do they seem to be really tired horses, or
They
Fancy is the saddle.
are they fancy horses?
They look pretty standard, although they are probably a bit slower than you would anticipate.
What kind of horses are they?
They are light riding horses,
So
you would assume.
probably not combat trained.
There's only one real way to find that out.
But do they look like those expensive horses she is seeing?
They don't look like a horse a noble would use, but they certainly look like horses soldiers or guards would use.
It's a 50-50, I'd say.
I say drink the potions and let's go. See what we can do here.
Right.
Alright, then I would like you to describe to me how you set up this ambush.
And who gets what?
Well, there's these little cracks and creaks in the ground. I suppose we kind of hide in one of them, and then when they come riding past, those who have breath weapons just breathe at them.
Yep. I will try to be in front of them so I can breathe down the line, hit as many as possible.
Okay.
Just be at the side.
Does there happen to be a tree at all?
There's a single tree and a bush.
Could I like hide on top of the tree and to do a gliding pounce?
If you want to climb up the tree while you are being chased by riders who might or might not spot a white thing crawling up a tree.
It's true. Fine. Just duck in the bush. Along the side, ready to dive out.
A little more
let's-
distance away from the others.
I'm disappointed.
Let's take a 5-minute break then, while I prepare a ambush for you.
Back.
Alright, be right back.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm already tired.
All things considered, we are probably going to stop a bit early today, because as I said, I wasn't sure how long the first bit is going to take. And yeah.
And and me and Manaki have a date tomorrow, where we need to get up pretty early.
I mean, stopping a bit earlier today I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Hello, I am the
Hey, Jake.
5-minute break fairy.
Hey Jake.
Alright.
I'm just in here because my phone is really laggy, so if I want to listen to the stream and also watch it, I have to listen here and watch on my phone, or else it gets too laggy. I get way behind. So I've been in here muted for like the whole session, basically.
Yeah, I saw. Me and Manaki need to get up early because we are going to Copenhagen tomorrow.
Oh.
And it's I think it's 4-hour ride with train and bus.
Mhm.
I bet it doesn't sound much for you, Jake, because everything is.
No, I don't usually go places that are more than an hour or two away.
Oh, okay. I just remember when my friend who was from Wisconsin was like, 7 hours? That's nothing. It is for me.
That's nothing if you want to get anywhere, like, far.
Mm.
Like, if I were to drive to another state, it would be like that, but just to go places within New York, it's not too bad.
I've heard that it's almost impossible though to get there through New York in car.
In the city, but I live far from there.
New York. Start spreading the news. Is the zoo just like in Madagascar?
I don't know. I have never been to New York City.
You never, but you live so close, don't you?
No, I live like 4 hours away.
That's kind of like Copenhagen. I've been to Copenhagen.
More like 5 hours away. I don't know. I just haven't. I've been in the airport there, but I've never been like actually in the city.
But it's pretty popular in New York.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why I've just never really like felt the need to go to New York City.
Yeah, I know the same situation as Jake, which is I actually didn't go. The first time I went to London when I was 15. So.
I guess it's just when I was at school when I was younger, the school would often make expedition to Copenhagen. Where we would
had
school and go to
an art class that went to New York City, but I wasn't in it. I didn't take that class.
But that's at least how I normally went to Copenhagen, because that's where everything is. Lots of historic stuff. So the school often made stuff for us to go there. True. On word. Expeditions, I guess.
I'm back.
I'm listening to Dragon now. I listen to How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, and now it's Dragonheart. It's always sad music. And Jake's here, Manaki.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Jake.
How's it
Been
going?
listening in.
Yeah.
It's alright.
I'm the 5-minute break fairy.
Okay. Pop into the.
How far away are the tar pits from you?
I don't know.
Have you
I've
ever
never even heard of any tar pits.
I know that they talk about them in Big Bang Theory, and they're in Pennsylvania.
Then probably about 6 to 7, between like 6 and 8 hours or something. If they're in Pennsylvania.
You never wanted to go see them?
No, not really.
Wow.
Never even heard of them.
You know-
I have heard of tar pits, but I've never I don't know.
I would just, if there were tar pits I could see in Denmark with actual, maybe they have some mammoth bones or tiger bones, and I would freak out. I would be like a little schoolgirl when it comes.
I am back.
I had never really heard of them. Because I don't watch Big Bang Theory. I don't.
No,
think
it has nothing to do with Big Bang Theory. I just really want to see
I
the
hadn't heard
pits.
of them anywhere else, though. You were saying that's where you heard of them.
Well, they talk about going to the tar pits, but I didn't know where the tar pits were, so that's where I guessed.
I don't know.
But I really want to see the tar pits just so I can see how big mammoths are and.
Have you seen an elephant?
Is everyone back then?
I think they're bigger than an elephant.
I think so.
Yeah, I think slightly bigger than an elephant. Maybe a little smaller. I don't know. I will mute then if you're going to keep playing.
Okay,
Have fun.
thanks.
Yeah, we will go for a bit longer, although the whole escape has taken a lot less time than I anticipated, meaning that today's session will be cut a bit short.
Understand.
But
Well, we
we'll
have another session
continue
on Friday,
Friday.
I
oh,
demand
small, yeah.
satisfaction, sheep.
You will get satisfaction.
Jonas, I'll put in the argument. If you don't like this, you cannot play.
Fine! Stream's over.
I have given you a map to prepare your ambush on.
If that was the case, Jonas, I would just start streaming.
What is
if
this?
That's like a hole. Those were like kind of the terrain features you specified, like bushes and a tree and a hole.
Where are they coming from?
So this
They
is
are
bushes?
coming from the south.
So they're riding
Oh,
up this way?
You think so?
Okay. I will
And
place
actually-
myself up here.
I've been in a hole.
Middle of the road.
I guess I'm more safe in this part of the hole, since technically you can sort of lean, sort of
The
dig a little
plan-
bit into like the edge.
The plan then, I think, is to have them ride down here.
Mm-hmm.
When they come around here, I will lightning breath down the line, hit as many as possible, and then we pounce. Basically, charge from all directions.
So I'm not gonna use my breath weapon either.
Oh, you can hit them in the flank. Like I hit them down the line. You hit them in the flank, and then we leap in.
Okay.
Maybe when we decide to take our surprise round.
You lie in wait like that.
I can actually
Okay.
basically push himself into the side of the mud. To
Wait, grenades!
Yeah, you have the grenades. If they ride in the middle, which we hope, then you can certainly throw a grenade at them.
What if I give the white one and we both throw grenades at them in the middle?
Sure.
Good.
You should throw grenades at them.
Grenades work like splash weapons. If you're not aware of the mechanics,
I'm very aware of the mechanics.
yes,
If you measure the one,
Manaki can probably explain.
I can also explain because I was going to play an alchemist.
It's not that bad. They will hit around where you throw them, even if you're terrible at using them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
you'll probably kind of hit where you want to go.
Do you want to have the other grenade? Because you don't have a breath weapon, do you?
No, I don't.
No, but I'm kind of terrible at throwing things as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's better if I don't drop one in my hole and explode.
You probably won't miss by that much, will you?
As long as you don't throw them over here, throw them like this direction, so they don't like fall in my hole and I die.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
No, I want to hit right here. Remember, it's a 10-foot radius, these ones, so...
Well, 10
Guess we-
radius.
I guess we wait with the blue just in the middle of the road.
It does not take long until the thundering of the hoofs gets close enough for you to actually spot the riders, and shortly after they are really almost next to you. But you do realize that these horses, even though they look well kept, probably aren't at their best. Chances are they should have caught up with you much sooner. The guards on them are certainly not quite happy with their horses' performance. But as the riders are kind of, just riding, following your footprints that you have likely put in such a way that they just lead
They go
directly
further.
here.
Raw blue one.
They go a little further than that. Sort of continue on.
If you don't want to attack right away, I would like secret stealth checks.
I mean, Jonas isn't trying to hide, he's in the middle of the road, right? But...
Is Rexus actually in the middle of the road?
No, he's hiding in the bush. Like he's
Yeah,
waiting for them to
Careful.
come close to him so he can shock them.
Okay. The riders certainly ride up to you at full speed, but as they get about here, the one on the left certainly slows down abruptly as he kind of signs towards his companion on the right that there might be something in the bush to his left. They
Well-
kind of peer as they ride by.
Well, when she noticed that they're doing that, she's gonna throw a grenade at them.
Alright, then we'll
Yes,
go
yes.
to initiative.
Okay.
You certainly get a surprise round.
Okay. Well, we know what surprise... Well, technically we have to light the grenades to move action, damn it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
all
I-
get a.
I gave the horses initiative as well.
So a ranged touch, right? Or it's
We have,
just
to, we, have
no,
to, we have to light them first, then throw them, which we don't have time for in a surprise round.
Yeah,
Do we
you
have a light?
You have one action.
Can we light them even?
If you describe to me how you light the fuse grenades, then yes.
We don't have fire.
It would be Retrex's turn. You can, of course, decide to delay.
Well, I have a.
Delaying would basically mean giving up your surprise round.
I think instead I will use a divine favor.
Alright.
It's for we don't actually have a way to use this, which is like, oh...
Aina'vox
Well-
then.
But we don't have a. Certainly not.
Do you have a match?
No.
I mean, they're probably easy to light.
Do you have some
maybe-
creative
maybe-
way of potentially lighting them?
Acid?
That
Just burns through, doesn't ignite.
strike them towards a flintstone.
Are there any Flintstone?
I mean, it just happens to be that, yes, you managed to pick out a flintstone.
Well, might as well try and see if I can make a spark.
Okay, roll me a making spark skill check.
Knowledge nature.
Alright, yeah, go for it.
I mean, you are sure you want to light it before you can throw it.
Yeah.
Alright.
It detonates in 1d3 rounds.
Could be next one.
You managed to successfully light it. I will roll the rounds it takes to detonate secretly. You will not know
Could
how long it
explode next
takes.
round.
It could explode at the start of your turn. Is the danger.
Well, would it be the start or end of the turn?
That's a good question. Is it the start or end of turn? It would detonate sheep.
Uh,
Because in her hand still.
I mean, one round. I'll say the end.
Alright.
Telrexus?
Well, I kinda screwed everything up.
We know we're here, you could like...
Yeah.
Don't go down here. Stay up there, it's fine. Blow my cover.
He moves here.
Yeah, as you show yourself, you hear one of the guards shouting out, "There they are! We couldn't save this room, but these things are worth 10 times that."
Tyraxus snarls at them. So, come for the lost property, you think? Very well then, step forward, he who wishes to die! And then he snaps his jaws threateningly in the air.
They seem very eager. They don't seem intimidated, unless you want
What?
to roll me an amazing intimidate check.
I will give you such a
Very
check.
little dragon.
Alright, you take a -4 because of size.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works.
I think it's already calculated
Yeah,
if it's a
it might
size
be.
thing.
Just roll it normally then.
Maha!
I mean, alright, they do somewhat hesitate.
They don't just go, "Aww."
But
No, they don't.
I mean, I could try and light the rock. Try and light the grenade. Don't know where it's going to detonate though, but
Go for it.
would you
No,
like
give me a lighting fuse grenade skill check.
a survival?
If you describe me how.
I guess in a similar way, it's the only way I can really think of is like basically grabbing the stone of Aina'vox and trying to see if I can try and replicate what was done.
It's like lighting
Okay,
a
you
campfire.
try to replicate what you have maybe seen. Roll then.
Like,
You kind of bump the rock against the fuse grenade, but it's not quite working yet.
yeah, the dragon doesn't know how to goddamn use a grenade.
I mean, you may decide to use your action in this for something else.
I mean, my alternative is charging out.
Which is dumb because there's a grenade. It's gonna be thrown.
I mean, the idea is you throw the grenade not directly next to your pie members, but
You attempt to anyway.
Well, I'm probably not. You know what? Throw your grenade anyway. It's probably gonna blow up with my hits.
That's equally likely.
and that is true. That is true.
If you fumble with it, you will drop it.
You know
Throwing
what?
it would be a ranged touch attack, I believe.
No.
But you know, it might detonate if another grenade goes off next to it.
Well, it depends on if you want to target a person or target
Yeah.
a space of the ground.
Well, even targeting a space in the ground is still a touch attack. It's just DC 5.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love it. Sheep.
Okay, decide what you want to do.
I'm going to throw the grenade even though I can't manage to light it. Maybe it will get blown up by the other one.
Alright, where do you throw it?
There.
Alright, I'm not going to ask for a roll because it would land around here anyways. There's now a, clay container in the mud.
Do they react to it at all?
They seem focused on Tilrexus at the moment as he's trying to intimidate them with his sharp teeth. See, you hear the sounds of another rider slowly approaching, but not quite getting here. Her checks.
Well, possible. Add the Shield of Faith to the list of active spells. And then just, remain hidden for now.
You remain hidden. Alright. Aina'vox.
We'll throw the grenade.
Alright. Where do you throw the grenade? On top of the other one, okay.
Yeah, I just think the splash is
You know, if you want to hit the other grenade, I want an attack roll though.
Not okay. I'll throw it there.
The space.
Just kind of in that area. Alright, I'll take that. I'm not going to need an attack roll for that. I think. Throw the grenade here. And just as you do, basically almost in flight still, it explodes. There's going to be some reflex saves. I'm also giving the other grenade a reflex save, I think, to see if it ignites.
It's a soft object, so it doesn't really get a bonus. And, like, zero
Just a
dexterity.
d20. You know, Volnix, you threw it, roll me a d20.
A d20.
Yes.
I think it failed its save.
The grenade fails itself and also explodes.
That's the way to do it.
As in 66?
We should have got Jake to roll that, because that would have been natural 1 then.
Okay,
Hey, I can
that's...
hear you.
So
Let's just see the amount of damage.
2d6 blunt. Then it's 4d6 blunt.
Yeah, 46 plus
46
2d6.
blunt and 2d6 fire. I'm going to roll one... Okay, 23 damage. I'll just use that for everyone. I mean, there would be 2 saves, but I think 1 save is fine. I'll just take... Yeah, okay. So both horses managed to kind of dodge out of the way, taking only half of the damage. The people on top of the horses, however, don't quite manage to dodge while on a horse. They take the full amount of damage and are just flopping off the horses as shrapnel and fire just rips through them.
So that was your standard action. You have a move action.
Now intimidate them.
I don't think my intimidate is that good.
I mean,
more!
Oh, she's gonna give up now and you will be spared.
She will be answered by the winning of the panicked horses.
Woo!
Let's see. This guy, Rite's over here.
Oh shit, there are more?
Yes, there's 6 of them.
you got told
Rite's
this.
over here, and you have kind of given away your position. Volnix having not been that well hidden in the first place, and Aina'vox trying to taunt them. So this guard is going to try to throw a net at Volnix,
Oh no!
which is going to be a touch attack. Does 12 hit your touch?
Perfectly.
Alright, you are entangled.
Did my touch look oddly low? No? That is right.
You are entangled. This guy is also holding the rope that is attached to the net currently, so you cannot move away from him unless you win an opposed strength check.
I will drag him away.
That's
Drag him off the
another item.
horse.
Okay, the horse here just bolts the way it came. And this rider here is going this way. He hasn't spotted Rachaex yet, you think. Telrexus.
That was but a fraction of our power. Now flee, fools! Let's see here.
Roll me another intimidate check if you want.
Sure.
It's not going to take an action.
He
But I think I'm always
snarls
just
this out.
right.
Well, you know.
You know, they certainly seem to take your words to mind.
Approach.
Yes, I am approaching. Don't you worry. So you just need to measure a few things.
What? How can you lightning both horses?
Exactly.
Please
Alright.
kill the other horse.
Lightning breath! He opens his mouth and horrific lightning shoots out.
Alright.
Basically like that. Bzzzt.
Yeah, you can hit both of those. Or all 3 of those, no problem. Alright.
Power! Ah! There's a little spark. Like, psst. He hasn't eaten enough sand. All right.
I mean, regardless of the saves, I think they all just take 1 damage.
Yes.
They're shocked by lightning.
They are
Yes.
shocked by your display.
Oh, you lowered its health bar by 1. You lowered its health bar by 1.
Yeah, that horse is just not really in the spirit of fighting anymore. A Volnix.
So what can I do about that? There's a net on me.
You can try to break the net by attacking it or doing a strength check. You could also try to move the opposite direction of the rope holding the net, which would be an opposed strength check.
Would it
Pull them
possibly
off
throw
the horse.
Would it pull him off the horse?
The horse would likely just step towards you. It would take a very, very impressive strength check to pull him off the horse, but it might be possible. You can also try to burst the net with a strength check, but that's a very difficult strength check.
Nets don't burst easily.
No.
Cutting it seems reasonable.
Yeah. So is it just attack the net if I want it off of me?
Yeah, attacking the net, you auto hit basically.
Okay, I'm going to try and bite the net.
Full attack,
Okay.
right?
You can full attack, yeah.
I could full attack the net. It's true. I don't know how many HP a net has.
No.
Can I do a bite then switch to a full attack if I don't kill it with the bite? Sure.
Yes, you can.
He says auto.
That is... The net certainly looks frayed and almost about to fall, well, break, but not quite. That is more than enough. You rip apart the net and the frustrated guard just throws down the rope to it. And 5th step, you are no longer entangled.
I need to go into here though and remove it officially.
This horse bolts. And this guy, well, he's out. And
mine.
then there's this guy over here, who right here pulls out a bow and shoots T-Rexes. And misses.
Of course.
Attacks.
So it's time to bolt out of the hole and just attack that guy.
Suddenly one more dragon comes out of a hole. Roar.
Jumps at the number 6 there. Trying to bite him.
You're certainly surprised at this guard as he shouts, "I told you there was 4 of them!" That is not a hit. Aina'vox. So I need to remove the grenades because they did their job.
So, help White or go for number 5?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Help White.
5-foot step and acid that.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good roll.
Ooh, 5 damage!
Let's see. The horse seems to not get too much on it, but the guard takes the full brunt.
Okay, it's very difficult to dodge on a
How many
horse.
times you can use it per day?
I don't remember.
You'd be almost out, I think, at this point.
1 plus
I
your
use
con mod.
1 plus
Plus your level or something. Half your level plus your con mod. That's it. Plus 1 because you always have 1 use.
So I have 1 left.
This guard will decide to move up to a Volnix and try to hit him with a sword.
What the?
And certainly hits for 4 points of damage.
No, I have 3 uses, so I'm out. Did he hit me?
No, he
Me.
hit a Volnix.
Oh, I'm out of acid breath.
This guy will decide to move here and hit Aina'vox with a sword. And fumble terribly. This guy, I mean, he has certainly seen T-Rex's display of power and
Yes.
does not really want to get too close, so he'll throw his net.
What? How dare he?
How to catch a blue dragon?
That misses.
Ha! T-Rexus dashes out of the way.
Tyraxus, your turn.
So, you stand before Tilraxus the Blue, do you? Do you realize the error you have committed, foolish human? And then he bites into him. Nope. Hang on. I am death! I am fury!
Those are all hits. And the guard certainly regrets missing you with that net. As he flops off the horse.
Basically, Tyraxus leaps forward beneath the net, opens his jaws wide, grabs him by the ankles, then pulls him with one huge effort from the saddle. As he falls screaming onto the ground, he rips into him with his claws, blood and viscera flying everywhere. As Tyraxus screeches in glee at the kill.
The horse kind of jumps back on two legs, kind of doing that whole trying to hit you with its hoof swings, but not really hitting you at all. Well, it's scared. That's certainly visible. Aina'vox.
Aina'vox, who is a little bit uncomfortable so close to his ally, is going to slightly shift here. And is going to go ahead and channel his deep cold within, the blizzard inside, spending a use of his draconic power, the elemental aura. Which, yeah, because you wanted it.
Yes.
What does the elemental aura do, DDS, for those who don't know?
Well, as Aina'vox channels energy, suddenly just his mouth and claws just filled with sharp, just freezing ice, and a small blizzard building up inside. Causing anything that gets hit by it, it's going to get pretty cold. Pretty quick.
Those are 2 hits. And the guard is not having a good day. The cold certainly just almost freezing his armor. Which does not help if you're sitting on a horse. And it also does not help if you're running out of blood. Well, are you done? Or do you still want to do something?
Good.
Okay. This guy over here kind of sees his companions, quickly dwindling.
It's okay, you can surrender. If you go home without us, you will be punished heavily, I'm sure.
He was going to withdraw, but that actually makes him pause. As he...
You convince him to stay.
Stay here and leave us your weapon, and you can ride off. No one needs to know anything. You will have basically died here, and you can live on somewhere else. No one will go looking for you.
Make a diplomacy check.
In the background, Tyraxus is ripping into the corpse of the guard, screeching.
He's like, mercy!
Mercy, please! Die!
Well, you can't hear what Aina'vox is saying, but he's having a nice chew.
Do the smart thing. Don't
Right.
die for nothing. You don't get paid enough to deal with this.
He does the thing that he thinks is smart by throwing his net at you, missing, and then running away. You get an attack of opportunity.
I think I even got one for the net.
That's true, yeah. If you want, you can't take 2, unless you have combat reflexes for some reason.
Fine.
You miss. But he is riding off into the sunset, or, the southern direction where he came from. Not Jax.
He goes home, he'll probably be punished, so. I'll do. This one says, you will not escape as easily as your friend. Says, you should certainly surrender. The offer is there for you as well. The others didn't.
He, on the other hand, seems quite determined, seeing his fallen comrades. Who can try to roll another diplomacy check, but this one is going to take an action. A standard action, I would say.
I don't have one, I double moved.
Oh, you double moved, okay. Well, P is going to say steadfast and fight.
5-foot step and attack.
Flanking!
Flanking!
Those are 2 hits, and they certainly rip
I
into
never
the
hit
blizzard.
with the bite.
Just being unlucky, so.
The guards surrounded will fight on. But I think I have a dead guard selected, so I'm going to select this one.
That's fine. You can have a dead card. That doesn't change anything.
Come on, try to attack. See how well that works for you.
He will in fact attack you. And miss horribly.
His sword swinging against the ethereal shield surrounding our kayaks.
A brave one, isn't he? As he climbs over the smolder, like the bloody remains of the guard,
Yeah, these horses are also probably...
creeping forward. Brave, but foolish. He's gonna bite.
And miss.
Your family will miss you oh sorely.
He retorts with a witty, "Shut up, beast!"
Behind you.
You are surrounded.
As the white will go ahead and bite at the guard.
That is certainly a hit. It's like
Leaping up
19,
leaping
yeah.
up while he was distracted and biting his ankle.
He doesn't look too good. Attacks.
Actually, I'm already flanking, so screw it.
All it would do is give me flanking, which is not bad, but
Well, I mean, Aina'vox is after me, so...
yeah, it's not going to matter either way, so everyone will still be flanking.
Kill him.
That is a hit, and that is enough to at least make him staggered. But he's still kind of holding onto his horse.
It was fake as if he meant to do that. Say, a last chance.
Aina'vox.
Go for it.
That is enough. He falls off his horse.
A pity.
How many more guards do you think the wizard will send?
The
I don't
horse
think he
runs.
sent them at all.
If
I
you
think
want to
they were
take
too
attacks,
afraid
you
of the
can.
punishment.
Sure.
Let's kill the horse.
Yeah. We'll bite one of the horses that leaves.
I'll make the horse puke, please. Yes!
That's a hit. What is the DC?
Um,
You have a macro?
13. Alright, let's see.
it's gonna puke for 4 rounds.
It
If it
fails.
doesn't-
No, let's see. The horse started here. It starts running, but you do hit it, and it doesn't. It looks rather green.
It starts puking.
It doesn't quite want to stop to puke, but it's certainly not as fast as it could be.
I don't think horses can puke. I think that's one of the problems.
They
That's why
can't,
they have. That's why they have such stomach problems all the time, because they can't puke.
but they puke in their mouth, and
That's cows.
No, that's a cow.
well, horses does it too.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Remember when we were petting those horses? They kept doing the chewing, re-chewing their food.
Maybe.
I don't
Right?
think so.
You may
I
choose
don't know,
to
but-
chase after the horse if you
Yeah.
want to. Otherwise, combat will be over.
We shall
I-
plunder the battlefield.
We shall feast upon their corpses, that's what we should do.
I just
Another
wanted to
meal
hit.
served right there.
I just wanted to hit with my bite just at least once. Make someone puke.
Well, you have before. The problem is, whenever you seem to hit someone with your bites, they seem to die at the same turn.
Yeah.
Well, looking through the corpses, you find the usual of, chain shirt, long sword, as well as a collection of a grand total of 36 gold pieces.
Woo!
Boardmaster.
Yep. I got it.
See the horses thundering in this and that direction, just away from you, really,
That's right.
in like a star shape almost. Except none of them are really going towards the Ashwood; they are all going the other way.
Why does smooth skins taste so disgusting?
Ah, it's not
You
that
guys
bad.
both
Oh,
used
well.
the mage armor potions, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
It was a waste, as it turned out, but you never knew. Never know.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're carrying like small bags for all the gold coins you
These
find.
people have pouches and belts.
They do have pouches.
You
You
can
can just
strap
take their
pouches
money
to us.
pouches.
Yeah,
Oh,
we strap
oh.
pouches to ourselves.
Okay, horses can't puke.
Yep.
it's a one-way go.
Yep, it's a one-way trip.
Yeah. And yes, many horses die when they
Yep.
just die.
Yep. A friend of mine
Well, that
kept
horse
horses.
is gonna die.
Friend of mine kept horses, so he told me about that before.
Kayaks. I forgot to mention it, but kind of moves his tail around to the side of him. You see a ring hanging off.
Oh,
Slightly magical, although I'm not sure how.
yeah. Well, you better not put it on your hand then.
There's a reason I think it on my tail.
We will take a look at it later.
It was in the wizard dining room.
Interesting. We'll put that in the bag as well.
Seems a little disgruntled as you take it, but on the other hand,
Magical.
on the other hand, it's not useful. It's not useful.
For now, let's have a bit of a feast and then move on. I guess we have a lunch break.
You can certainly take a lunch break now that you're pretty sure that at least the first wave of people chasing you is, well, your lunch break.
Technically, I prefer this corpse because corpse is half frozen, but you know.
Well, those grenades did a good job.
They certainly did.
I'm gonna remove them from my character sheet.
So, where would you like to go from here?
I think we stick with the plan. We go to the Ashwood, and then once we get in a little bit, we'll veer off toward the Storwall Rise and find a cave to hide in.
And begin to really hide our tracks.
Yep.
Alrighty. Then you can arrive at the Ashwood. You can start hiding your tracks. If you want to give me a roll for that.
I can, yes.
Okay, I want one roll and as many assists as you want. But one main roll.
I guess Aina'vox should do the main roll. She has the best modifier.
Also do it secret, please. The assists can be open, but I want the main roll secret.
Okay, the main role is secret.
Mm-hmm. It's natural secret.
Okay. My survival, yeah, it's +6.
Do the assist first so we know she gets +2.
Okay.
Can't hear it on your voice.
That's the point of rolling secretly.
Well, I kinda hope you'll be like,
Oh.
It's like, oh god. Alright.
Oh my.
Well, Dark often goes, oh.
Any more assists you want to do?
If anyone wants to assist, it's now.
I'm not doing secret.
Right, you kind of just rub leaves on your footprints for a while, and eventually consider that good. And as you head into the Ashwood, or at least somewhat into the Ashwood, we will end the session. I'm sorry that it is a bit shorter than anticipated, but we will continue on Friday, where we left off.
Guys, we should just put these leaves on our feet.
Also, I will